Fuck this knit. Fuck it.
Hi, fuck buddies.
Hi!
So, we reached a certain point in our Patreon and we wanted to thank you.
She doesn't like that.
I would like to thank you too.
But really, she says, fuck you for picking me up, Erin.
Don't get in the camera. I will make you a star.
So we wanted to thank you for supporting us, and in return, we are going to give you some items that we have had over the years and either don't love or never got around to using. So we want to spread the love back to you guys just like you shared to us. So
And we thought it would be cool to give you stuff from our actual stashes and things that we've made instead of random giveaway stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Erin, if you'd like to start.
We have here
Then
from my stash a skein of You Mock My Pain by Mad Geek Fiber Arts. It's on the Shine 4-ply fingering base. It's 80% superwash biffle and 20% rayon from bamboo. Sexy. It's very pink and blue.
and it's inspired by The Princess Bride.
Yes. So,
Nerd yarn. You want it? Awesome. Then we also have, by Mad Color, this braid of fiber that I will crinkle open really quick. So, this is a braid of fiber. We'll tell you about it first, then we'll tell you the amusing anecdote about it. So, this is from the Down the Rabbit Hole collection, and it's called Off With Her Head, so it's Queen of Hearts inspired, which is neat. And it's 60% merino, 30% rayon from bamboo, 10% nylon comb top. You could spin socks from this, that would be neat. But the amusing thing about this is that it has been, this braid has been in all three of our stashes
all three of us have owned this singular braid.
for at least a year. Like,
Yeah.
this is the collective fuck this knit braid of fiber. Here, I'll hold it up close for you.
Started
guys to
with
see
me.
it.
I don't do primary colors like that. It's a personal palette issue. So I bequeathed it to Amber.
Who realized after knitting up the yarn that I didn't actually like this color combo either.
And then I got it from Amber after I spun some hand spun for her from her stash as like a stash trade-in kind of thing. And I like it because it's Queen of Hearts inspired, but I was looking through my stash for things to do for this, and I thought it was really funny that we have all owned. So I thought that was the perfect thing to put in this thank you giveaway. The official Three Hosts traveling roving braid. So there's that.
And
then
to continue
With that color scheme.
with the color scheme is a cowl that I actually knit up from the colorway of Off With Her Head out of the yarn that was not spun, so I got the yarn,
Here, I'll
Erin
model
got the
it for you.
fiber. It's not blocked because
we'll block it before we send it to you.
she'll block it before
I'll
we send
block
it to
it
you.
before we send it to
Because
you.
I don't block shit.
No,
It's
you
actually
don't.
pretty.
It's very
And
pretty.
it was a test knit that I did, and it was fun, little test knit, but I'm not a primary color fan either.
Yeah, the pooling on it's neat.
But yes, so
Amber likes gray.
I
That's
like-
Amber's
I like
favorite
gray.
color.
I like pinks and purples.
grays.
But yeah,
You guys know this by now.
isn't that neat?
Pinks, purples, greens, grays.
Look at this stuff. Isn't it?
Isn't it neat? We don't
So there's
wanna
that.
get sued, so we'll stop.
Which is cool. And then I have this, which you may recognize if you're a super long time fan or if you've listened to the entire back catalog, which most of you have, I think. This is my worm hat that I made for our first ever knit along together.
It's like
We were
6
just
months ago, right?
Baby podcasters. So this is a worm. It's a little tight for my head, I would say. It's not tight. It fits fine, but it's tighter
It's
than
not
I like to wear
slouchy.
hats. Yeah, because it fucks up my hair, as you can see. But it's done in Knit Pick Stroll, so it's really soft. And I think this colorway was called Gumball, so I think it's called the Gumball worm in my
I
Revelry
think you're right.
notes if you want to look it up. But yeah, it's a worm hat. It fits a adult human head. And that's exciting. Rainbows. Ooh, rainbow. Awesome. And then continuing with the, or do you want to switch off or continue with Crazy Rainbow? Do that.
Okay. I have here a little piece of undyed silk, and this was bequeathed to me by a fellow knitter friend, and I decided I don't really like spinning with silk.
Silk is fun.
As I've tried doing silk, and I was just like, no, I'm okay. But it has been sealed in the baggie since I got
super
it.
soft.
So,
Yes.
and it's undyed, so you can dye it whichever color you want. It's all natural.
Neat. And then I have this, which again you might recognize if you've listened to the entire back catalog.
May have an episode named after that.
It does have an episode named after it. That's kind of why I'm giving it for this, because it's fun. It's like a Easter egg. So this is a skein of my hand spun that for the art yarn category for the State Fair in 2018. It won something, so it's a prize-winning yarn, which is exciting. Who knows what it won? 3rd place, 4th place? I don't remember. But this is the inconsistently inconsistent yarn. It got the comment needs to be more consistently inconsistent. So you can win the inconsistently inconsistent yarn. And I was just gonna like weave tapestry with it. You could make a chunky cowl with it.
I think a chunky cow would be great.
It's fun and rainbow. I don't know. It's like probably slightly less than 100 yards, around 100 yards because it's chunky AF. But yeah, there's that.
Thing. I have here something out of my personal stash. I actually won this in the LSU Monthly thread, and it was not the color I was expecting.
It's a nice fall palette.
Pastel-y fall, almost.
It's from Araucania.
Oh, that's actually really nice yarn.
Handmade in Chile.
It is very nice feeling, and I really enjoy the yarn itself, but I'm never going to use that color. Ever.
It could be sock yarn. It's 75% wool, 25% polyamide. Yes, it's 376 yards, so probably more of a sport than a sock, but it's very fall, and it's fall time right now, so you know.
Well, in theory.
It will be fall someday. And then the last thing is this thing, which is a hitchhiker that I knit a while ago. In like before I knew you guys, like when I lived in New York. I knit this when I was depressed and living in New York.
This is pre-fuck this knit.
This is pre-fuck this knit projects. So this is, oh, I like this spanning. So this is a hitchhiker. I think it actually has 42 teeth. I think I bothered to make it have 42 teeth. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I think I did.
Now I gotta count.
Now they're counting.
Yeah.
So it's hawthorn, which means it's merino. I think it's scratchier than the current hawthorn that Knit Picks has. It's from a previous mill, I think. And it's lavender. But it's very nice. I have worn it a bunch, but it holds up really well. I don't think it looks like it has
42.
Nice. It has 42. I don't think it looks like it has a ton of wear, right?
No,
No.
And it is, I think, slightly scratchier, like you said.
It is. It's
but
like,
I
it's got
also
a little
like.
crunchiness to it. It's nice still. You can wear it around your neck, totally.
Oh yeah, I could wrap my face in that.
But yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just giving it away because I have been choosing to wear my own designs when I wear knitwear more than
not. So.
more than not. So.
And you have a hand spun.
And yes, and this is not my only hitchhiker. I have a hand spun hitchhiker, so I always choose my hand spun hitchhiker over this one because I want to feel cool, like I hand spun the yarn instead of Knit Picks. Sorry, Knit Picks. So one of you guys should get this because
It needs more love.
it's super nice.
So the way you win any of these prizes
Yes.
is by commenting below. Yeah, below.
Down there.
We're probably pointing the wrong direction because that's the way
I'm
we
just gonna
work.
point to the side.
No, I've posted videos before. It's down there.
Okay.
But this is important. Do it on Patreon. Don't post the comment on YouTube. Patreon.
Listen to her.
You would have to click through to. You're probably watching us on Patreon, but like just Patreon, not YouTube.
And if you would like to win something, please comment on which items you would like, so that way when we do our random number generator, we can best match the
That way you don't end
individual.
up with like fluff if you don't spin,
Or if you're like, what the hell is this? I'm not going to do anything with that.
I hate yarn with an unholy passion.
Yeah.
Or if primary colors aren't your thing either.
You have too much stash, but you'd really like to win something that one of us made that you could wear. But these are all options. You do you. But
And if you want any of them, just say all.
yeah, just say all.
Yeah, that's also acceptable.
I'm gonna do this manually, so if you want to say everything except blah, that's fine. We did say like brand. I think it should be clear what things are. Like, don't say skein of yarn. There's 2 skeins of yarn. Specify which one you want, the Mad Color one or the Fall Araucania one. There's a cowl, there's a shawl, there's a hat, there's hand spun, and there's fiber and a silk hanky. So all of those words, those are the words to use. Just so it's clear. And I'm going to be using random number generator to pick, and I'm going to do it by the number that you're assigned randomly in my special back-end administrator thing of Patreon. And you can only win if you comment below, because we want to make sure that you actually want the stuff before we send it to you. So if I draw a number that doesn't have a comment, we'll go on to the next number.
And you need to comment by November 1st.
Yeah, see. So this is going up end of September, beginning of October-ish. So you have about a month. November 1st. Pick your things, get it done early so that you don't forget, because we want you guys to win fun stuff. Awesome.
Yay.
I think that's everything. Aside from, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Really.
We're doing this because we reached one of our goals in Patreon, and that's really exciting. And this is what allows us to come to Rhinebeck, where we're going to get to meet lots of you that we've never met before.
And allows us to continue doing the podcast, which we love doing.
So we really just wanted to say thank you and give back in the way we know best, which is with fiber goodness.
Take our fiber goodness.
Take our fiber.
And until next time.
Fuck it!